So, for those of you who don't know me, I wanted to take a minute to introduce myself and explain how I became interested in energy psychology. My name is Tracy Cardillo. I am a mind-body healer and therapist, and I've been doing this work for a very long time. I got my start in this field at the age of 19, working at a halfway house for the chronically mentally ill. Talk about baptism by fire. After I graduated, I went into women's mental health, primarily eating disorders and trauma. And I was practicing for a long time before I decided to go and get my certificate in psychodynamic psychotherapy at an institute in Manhattan. I did that training for about 3 years, and I was all ready to practice psychodynamic therapy for the rest of my career. Fast forward a couple of years, and I really needed to get away. I wasn't looking for anything too profound. I was looking for a hotel within driving distance from my house where I could get some CEUs. And I found this course in New Jersey on EFT tapping. Now, I had never even heard of this, but it checked off all the boxes, so I decided to register. I go to this class and I meet all of these people who are using tapping on acupressure points to heal trauma and other chronic mental health conditions. So I take this weekend class, and I have to admit, I thought it was really stupid. I didn't see any way that this would work for people in the real world. And I was very attached to the kind of work that I had trained in because I had invested lots of time and money into it already. But I started using it on clients, and clients loved it. It immediately helped to resolve their anxiety, reduce their stress, and even work with their trauma. And then after a few months, I started noticing something weird. I started losing weight. I wasn't trying, I wasn't exercising more, I wasn't eating really very much differently. But what I noticed was my pattern to come home from work, I'd usually get home around 10, sometimes 11. I'd pour myself a glass of wine, maybe make a snack. I started noticing that these things would still be on the counter in the morning. And I thought, well, that's crazy. I'm literally forgetting to stress eat. I was actually borrowing the benefits of my clients and calming my nervous system so much during the day that I wasn't doing any of the usual compensating strategies that I used, eating, drinking, anything like that, to resolve my stress at the end of the night because I had a lot less stress. That was when I realized this stuff really works. It took me a long time to come to that. But in the end, this put me down a path that changed the trajectory of my entire career. And now I practice energy psychology, and I blend it with the traditional therapy that I've always practiced. And it produces amazing structural changes that last and that are replicatable.